Hello, everybody. Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. It is Monday, and the market has moved, um, unfortunately, to a downtrend. See if we can. I'm trying to get. There we go. Okay. Well, it won't take this notification off. Oh yeah. This is tough to use. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I can just eliminate it. Okay. Right. Well, I guess I'll just have to keep it on the screen like this. Let's see if I can. Oh, goodness. Let's just see if it can cancel. There we go. Okay. All right. So, no, it's not letting me do it. Okay. Boy. Another technical difficulty. Anyways, let's get to the questions. Unfortunately, we are, the market is still moving lower. I mean, it did take a bounce, but the Dow Jones is up a little bit, S&P, Nasdaq, but this is not a reason to jump back into the market. The market is still in a confirmed downtrend, and we need to be super careful here. Basically, this is the situation with the VIX. We're at an all-time high. This is showing a market top. And I think we got to be very, 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 very careful. I know that a lot of people want to jump in. I've been seeing it on the Discord room. Just please be careful here, because when we get into these situations, until we get a follow through day, it's not a good time to jump back into the market. It just really isn't. Because things are very, very volatile right now. I mean, basically, I've been closing positions because it's just the market is not working. I have one position basically out there, and that is Nike. So just please be very careful in this market, because even though it looks like it's coming up, it may pull back. Now the home builders have started to look fairly decent, but other than that, not so much. And it's just a tough market to trade right now. It's better to kind of be in cash, wait, see what we can see. Don't jump in right now. Don't jump in. I mean, I can't reiterate this enough times. I know that a lot of people want to put their money to work. I understand, but I sold the QQQ today. I'm not saying that the world is coming in. I just want to see market direction before I want to jump back in. Either I want to see it pull back to a confirmed uptrend, or if it's going to pull back, then we're going to be shorting. But right now, it's just sort of on the knife's edge. So we want to be super careful, just and how we're operating right now, because right now is not a good time to be putting a lot of money into the market. Most professionals are about 90% out of the market. Until we get confirmation, you probably want to be very careful. And I know people want to be in the market, but it's really not a good time. It's really not a good time. My take on the SPY basically is I can't predict if it's going to go down, obviously, but I can. One thing I will say is that it's very likely to, and so right now we just have to be very, very careful. I mean, I can't emphasize this enough, but if it pulls below 450, we're likely to see a retreat. We're likely to see it, possibly down to 422. It's up after hours. I understand that, but this is not an uptrend. This is a bounce. This is a dead cat bounce. It is moving downward. You've got to understand that. Now, if you get in, and I'm sure people will want to do this, just put your stop loss up super tight, because until we get a follow-through day, it's going to be very tough to trade this market. Very tough to trade. It's better to preserve your capital. It's very, very the best stock to grab in this situation. No, don't buy. I know this is tough. I know everybody wants to jump in, but this is where you cause damage. You've got to wait out the storm. The hurricane has come. We want to wait out the storm. So no stock right now. I'm just trying to be okay. um, the TQQQ is bouncing, but you don't want to be in it. You just don't want to be in it right now. Just trust me on this one. I know that this is going to be very hard for people. They have cash. They want to spend it. The money is burning a hole in their pocket. But please, 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 please be. And I'm just saying. Until there's a follow through day, we don't want to start being in the market. We just want to be. We want to be. We want to be waiting for the watch list, seeing which things come in, but we don't want to be in the market right now. This is not a time. This is not a time. My take on Nvidia is that it's going to start weakening, and I know that people want to get into it, but you're going to write it down if you're not careful. This is the chart of Nvidia. It looks like it's just lost the capability to hold the 300-day line. That is a problem. That is a problem. Now, it is true. It tested. It came right back up, but it's just probably going lower. So I just want to be clear to everybody, and please, this is not a time to be jumping into Nvidia. This is not a time. Let it pull back. Let it pull back. Let it pull back, because right now it is not in a place to be. It's just not in a place to be. Let's look at BABA. I had a short on BABA. It did a bounce, and I did close the BABA short. Because it did pull up strongly this morning, so I just jumped out of it. This is what happens when there's a lot of volatility. This is just what happens when there's a lot of volatility. This is going to test up probably to the 10-day line, and then it's going to pull back down. This stock is not a good stock right now. It is a downward trend, downward trend. We don't want to be in it. It's got a relative strength of 9. Be very, 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 very careful. It's not a time to deploy capital. It's time to keep your powder dry. Do not deploy capital right now. I just want to reiterate that enough times. Now, I'm not going to say it anymore because I know everybody wants to buy, but not a good time to buy. Good time to be in cash. Similar situation with Disney. Take a look. It's down below that 200-day line. Not a good place to buy here. Not a good place to buy here. Just not. This is moving down. This is a downward trend. Yes, there is a dead cat bounce here. This is what they call a dead cat bounce. This is not a reversal. This is a dead cat bounce, because possibly, and I hope not, but this may continue its downward trend. Because stocks don't go down directly. They go down, they bounce, and then they come down again. Right now, the trend of Walt Disney is lower. It's just lower. So please be careful. Not a good time to initiate a position. Not a good time to initiate a position. How do the financials look on your checklist? Well, they don't look good. I mean, I can be honest with you. About the only thing I'm right now looking good on is our iron condors, which basically are a volatility play. This is Allscripts Health. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the checklist on it. The checklist is fairly good. 78 is the checklist on this one. I still wouldn't buy this. I just wouldn't buy this because it's got a relative strength of 77. I just want better. I just want something better in the market. Let's see where the money is. I mean, that's so important. And I don't mean to beat the dead horse here, but we really have to be careful right now because we're right on a knife's edge. And it's just not a good place to be right now in the market. The market is telling us to lighten up. It's just telling us that. This is the best right now. Department stores are the best group out there. And look at them. They're terrible. Look at that. It's down. This is the number one group. This is the number one group right now. Even though it has a relative strength of 99, it is falling. That's not good. This is the number one group, and yet it's falling. So this is why extreme caution here. Extreme caution. We just can't. We just can't be jumping in right now. We just can't be jumping in. We've got to wait until we see it go lower. I mean, now the same thing with Palantir. I mean, if you're um, if you're down more than 5% on this, 10% on this one, you just want to get out. You're just losing money here. This is a money loss. It's going down. It's below the 200. Below. It's below the 200 line. People are selling. People are selling this. This is not good. This is not good. It's relative strength of 15. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I'm kind of, this is just not a place to buy it. Don't, um, don't buy PLTR now. Just don't buy it. Just don't buy it. I mean, right now, the best place to be is in cash. Cash is where you want to be until we get a follow through day. Until we get a follow through day, we just don't want to be stop piling into this market. If you get into this market, you're going to probably lose. Okay, until there's a turn. Until there's a turn. So the last two stocks that are holding this market up are Nvidia and Tesla. I want to show you the Tesla chart because with Tesla, you can see I'm sold out of Tesla. And why am I sold out of Tesla? Well, because it broke the 21-day line. That is a sell signal. This is sell it, and wait for it to come back. So basically what has to happen is we need to, with Tesla, what we need to do is we need to sell Tesla now and then wait for a follow through day, then buy. Now, if you've been watching me, you'll know that I am almost totally in cash right now. I'm almost totally in cash. And why am I totally in cash? Well, the reason I'm totally in cash, the reason I'm almost totally in cash, is because there is not the capability. Right now, we have a declining market. The overall market is declining. Now, that may change. We can't really, I've started putting some short positions off, but not many, because I still don't know exactly what the direction is going to be. Right now, we're in a market in a downtrend. We're in a downtrending market. And that is very key because, when you're in a downtrending market, what you do is you don't, in a downtrending market, you just don't extend yourself because you will unfortunately, you're probably going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. Okay. Thoughts on Rivian? Okay. This sounds to me like you're down more than, you're obviously down more than 7%. You need to sell this. It may bounce. I mean, and I'm sure it will once we get back into confirmed uptrend. But Hans, again, I'm not trying to. I know I'm being a little bit harsh here, but look at this chart. It is terrible. This chart does not work. This is a downward trending chart. Down. We don't want to see that. We just don't want to see that kind of chart because it's just on the daily chart. This is not looking good. This probably will go. I mean, who knows? But it looks like it's gotten some support at 100, so that's a good thing. But I just wouldn't be in this one because it's an IPO. It hasn't formed a full base, and I just wouldn't be in. So we may see a dead cat bounce here. This is a dead cat bounce. I mean, right now you just have to be careful in the market, and I just think be very, very cautious, very, very, very cautious right now. It's just not a good time to be in cash. So this is a dead cat bounce. Money is flowing out of the market right now because of uncertainty. It's going to cash. That's sort of where that's sort of where it's moving. So right now, Rivlin is in a dead cat bounce. So here's what I recommend. I'm not saying liquidate all your positions right now, but set your stop losses very tight, like 2 to 3% below where you bought them. And if it violates that, you're going to be out. You're going to thank me for this because if you just let these go down, if you let the stock move lower, you won't regain a lot of this. You won't regain a lot of this. Hey, boss, what about XRP? Right now is not a good time. It's good. It's a good time to be in cash, but it's not a good time to be there. You know, I know this is hard. I know this is hard for everyone because people have money in their pocket. They want to spend it. I understand. I understand. My take on Lucid is don't buy it right now. It's not the time in the market. The market is pulling back. If Tesla is pulling back, then Rivlin is not going to do as well. Lucid is not going to do as well. Liotto is not going to do as well. None of them are going to do it. I sold Ford this morning, and Ford was one of my best performing stocks. Now, I made profit on it. But it's pulling back. So right now, you just got to be careful. There will be a turn in the market, and I don't know if it's going to be today, tomorrow, next week. But I do know this is that if you buy now, if you enter positions now, you're likely to suffer losses. And if you want to suffer losses, I mean, don't do it. So I don't think you need, be careful, be careful, be careful. Okay, great. I really just, I want to get more points. Okay. I'm sorry to be so, I shouldn't be, I don't want anybody to lose money here. I don't want you to lose I don't want you to lose money in this deal because you're gonna get an opportunity on this one. What's going to happen is it's going to pull below 100 and then it's going to bounce and then there's going to be a fall through day and you're going to have a good gain. But just right now, it's time to wait. I'm sorry to be jumping up and down here. I don't mean to do that. All right, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at first of all, Bitcoin is pulling back. By the way, I'm sure that you know this. But let's look at the GBTC. That's the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. It's look at this, and I want to show you this because this is key. Look at how it pulled below that look at how it pulled below that 200-day line. So right now, Bitcoin is below GBTC is below the 200-day line. This is not a good sign. This means that people are liquidating some of their Bitcoin positions. Now, will that always be the case? No, absolutely not. Not everyone is going to liquidate a Bitcoin position, but you've got to understand that Bitcoin is very likely to not be at least in the near future, and we're talking the near future. It's probably likely to be retreating a little bit. So we have to be careful on Bitcoin. So let me pull up the Bitcoin price. Look at the Bitcoin price. Yeah, it is down again today. Okay, again, and this is key. So we don't want to be in a situation where we're going to we're going to have to we're going to have to give up money here because right now it's time to just be a little bit careful and just try to be a little bit careful. Believe me, I will tell you when it's time to come in because I want to come back in too. But as you can see, this is the price today. It has fallen and then it came back and then it's fallen again. But I want to show you the year to date on this. The year to date was looking very, very good up until very recently. And then it's pulled down. So we want to wait. It's probably going to come back down, possibly as low as 30,000. Okay. That's where we want to try to make our stand. Not when it's in a downtrend. We want to wait for it to pull back and then bottom and then come back. Not a good time right now. It is true. It is up year to date, but I want to show you the 6-month chart. You see, it's topped. It topped at about 60,000. It's 50,000 now. So it's given up 20%. It's given up 20% of its. It's given up 20% of its price. So that's very, very significant. That's very, 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 very significant. All right, let's look at Docusign. This has also been sort of a bad one as well. I've been out of Docusign for quite a while actually, but right now it's just not looking as promising as we would like. Unfortunately, it's just one of those. Let's pull up Docusign, take a look at it. Yeah. Again, yeah, this is another dead cat bounce. This is a tough situation to be in. It's just Docusign does not look as good as like to see it. I mean, Docusign. Let's pull that one up. We talked about a little bit about dead cat. Okay, we talked about the dead cat bounce. So let's go back here. Hold on. All right. So this is Docusign. Docusign, as you can see, is in a downward trend. Right now, most of the stocks are in a downward trend. They are in a downward trend. So it's a tough place to buy. Is there anything we can? Is there anything that we can buy? Let's take a look. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look to see if there's anything out there that we can possibly look at and see. There are some stocks that are up, but for the most part, we have we do have some stocks that are breaking out. There is one stock that I wouldn't buy it at this point, but there is a stock that is breaking out, and that's Green Brick Partners. This is the only area of the market right now that I can find that is breaking out. So let me put this up. Green Brick Partners, GBRK. I think that's Green Brick. GBRK. I think that's it. Is that right? GR. I think it's GR. Green Brick Partners. This one is breaking out today. By the way, this one is breaking out. I don't own this one, but it is breaking out. It does have it does have some nice action. This one might be one you want be looking for, but I would not recommend it. I would not recommend it in this market. I think you got to be much more careful. GBRK. That definitely is breaking out, but I would just be super careful about it right now. All right, let's look at Walmart. Walmart is in a downward trend as well. And I just wish I had things that I could tell you. It may have bounced here a little bit, but it is still in a downward trend. Now, is Walmart going to go out of business? No. Walmart is not going out of business anytime soon. But this just is not a good place to buy it. It is in a downward trend. It is in a downward trend, and it is below the 50-day line. So, below the 200-day line. This is not a good place to buy it. This is not a good place to buy it. So, I know that it's really tough when you have nothing to buy. It can be very, very tough. But this is you want to be disciplined. You don't want to jump on anything when the market is on a downtrend, because if you do, you will likely lose money. Currently the WMT is currently in a downtrend. And that's sort of that's kind of it's not a place you really want to buy it. So WMT is in the downtrend. There really is very, very little to buy right now. We need to wait, unfortunately, and this is hard. I mean, a lot of people don't want to wait. I understand, but it's time, I think, to just to take a step. Just take a step back, breathe a little bit, and just wait for an opportunity that will come when the fall through day comes. And unfortunately, right now, we are not at a fall through day. We're just not at a fall through day. So I'm sorry to be so negative here. I know you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to hear the. They want to hear the which one is going to zoom up. And I could be so wrong about this. I am. But one of the things I uh, what one of the things I'm saying, I want everyone here possibly, if you can, be very very careful, because on the other side of this are tremendous potential gains. I mean, we have tremendous potential gains um, on this, but right now we just have to be very very careful. Well, I know I've gone on and on. I've probably gone through everybody. Let me see if I can take any more questions. Just it's time to go to cash right now. Um, and Wayne is right about inflation stocks, but even inflation stocks right now, we could see, right now the best group that I can find out there is home builders. Now, DHI, DH Horton is probably a buy. That's the only really one I can find. You've got to be extremely careful. It's just right now until we get a bottoming, until we get a follow through day, or we know that for certain that we're in a market and correction, because we're in a market and correction, but I'm not sure that it's going to move lower. It's sort of on a knife's edge. If it moves lower, then we can start shorting. We can't really do anything right now. We can't really short. We can't really go long. So the best place to be is cash, at least for now. That will change. That will change. Believe me. If I had to close a position on, I had to close a position today on Baba. Why? Because it bounced back up, even though it's in a trend that's going down. But I closed it because you know it's a volatile market, tough to trade. The only thing that really works well in a volatile market are iron condors, and I'm going to be trying to bring you one, hopefully, on Visa. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to try to see if I can bring you on Visa. Volatility is the name of the game right now. So I bought some cryptocurrency. Yeah, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea to do crypto. The problem is crypto, at least Bitcoin, is moving lower. So, we might be in a situation where crypto is the best bet out there. It absolutely may be. And I'm trying to find. I think Ethereum. I like the ones that are bigger on that, but uh, the Ethereum Bitscale Trust. This is one I am looking at. It is still weak. I don't know if I would buy it in this position, but it seems to have gained some strength. It seems to have gained some strength. There was a buy point 38. It pulled down below that. It looks like it bounced right off of the 40-day line. And so there does seem to be some strength here. There's a lot of selling though going on. Take a look at this. So I'm still on this one as well. I'm a little bit. Um, I can't really say on this one. Well, I wish I could find something out there today that was worthy of your time. But I have been scouring. I've been scouring the market all day, and all I have come up with is DHI. I want to show you this one. It's the only thing I've come up with. The rest of the market is just pulling back hard, and even in this one I do like. Take a look at this one, DHI. It's the only one that I have been able to find. It's in a good enough group. It's in the in the commercial. It's right above a buy point. It's a tad extended, not much. I'm going to wait on this one. I may buy a position on this one tomorrow. It's got a double bottom pattern, plus it is moved above the buy point. This is the only one that I can find out there that is increasing in strength, and that's DHI, DR Horton. And I think the reason this is based here in Texas. They build a lot of houses here in Dallas and Houston. They're doing very, very well. There's a lot of demand from California homeowners. The interest rates are still low. And for the people that can qualify for these houses, they're very good deals. As a matter of fact, last weekend I went out and I looked at some DR Horton houses in the Houston area. Actually, we went down to a place called Spring, Texas, and we looked at these, my brother and I, for possible investment. But this is about the only one that I really like out there. It's just really tough market right now. But I just think you need to be very, very careful. Well, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Well, I have yammered on here for a little bit. I'm still having a little bit of trouble with the browser. It seems to be, once again, I'm having some issues. And it's telling me that I've got to reconnect with a destination. So I'm going to try to make that work. But at least for right now, I can't seem to get this thing to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it short today. I'll be back tomorrow, probably at about 3:30. Hopefully, I'll have some better news than I've had today. But anyways, until that time happens, happy trading. Sorry that I don't have any, except for DH Horton. I really don't have anything to look at today. I'm a little bit. I want to be a little bit careful in this market. We are in a confirmed. The market is in correction, so that is for sure. I want to wait possibly for a follow through day. So thanks a bit, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow. Happy